don't say, okay. Yep. So obviously, Facebook is having an entire issue, but that does not matter. We are going to go ahead and get into No Chaser. I am here with my girl, Key, and my special guest, Media Monix. We have been waiting on you to come back and whatnot and do your thing. I am very glad to see that you're doing well. But yeah, social media needs you.
Oh,
All right. So first, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsors as soon as I can find them, girl. Oof. If you want your music played, you can definitely send your links info at tiashanelspeaks.com. If you like to be a sponsor, you can do the same. Our sponsors this week is, as usual, Passionate Pleasures, Chocolates, and Treats. I know that that's a lot, but listen, y'all, they're basically edibles. That's what it is. They're delicious. We make chips, we make cookies, we can infuse your drinks. Hell, I infuse water. So, yeah, it happens.
healthy high.
Huh?
Healthy high, huh?
Yeah, I like to feel very, in my zone. So there's that. And then she also, of course, makes chocolates because that's kind of the thing of it all is that she makes the chocolates. If you have a little attitude at work, you need to pull yourself together. Pop a little chocolate in there, put it in your coffee in the morning, you'll live. As you can see, my beautiful friend over there, Miss Timeless Beauty herself. If you
Hello.
like to get your hair done, make sure that you hit her up on Timeless Beauty on Facebook with 2 eyes.
Wow.
Please be prepared to send a deposit. Yes, it is very important that you send a deposit and that you get confirmation of your appointment. You don't need to bring anybody with you. You can definitely just go get your hair done by yourself. Here's a news flash, guys. Nobody wants to sit there with you while you get your hair done. They're just being nice.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do it. And then there's me. As you can see, I am wearing some TLC by Tia Chanel lashes. I have on Bernice today. She gives a whole lot of body. So you got to be ready to live up to the fame of your lashes when you are wearing her. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So, who is more emotional, men or women?
Women,
Women.
no,
I'll be like,
Right.
no. I think it's hard to say for real. I think we recognize what emotions are. I don't. I think I think women do more of what we recognize as emotions, but that's not the truth of what emotions are. You know what I'm saying? The silent treatment is an emotion, and the silent treatment can cut. Like, I'm afraid of the silent treatment. I've broken up with good women because of the silent treatment.
of them giving you the silent treatment, or you giving them the
Yes,
silent?
yes, them giving me
Oh,
the silent treatment because I'm like, I don't know what's next here. What's going on? I'd rather run. I had to understand that that's what I was doing in order to stop that. But yeah, so but women are expressive externally of their emotions, of what we recognize as emotions. That's what and what happens is we use it to insult each other. That's Men use it to insult women. Why you just being emotional?
right.
Or we'll use it to rationalize our horrible point of view at the time, right? And women, y'all women, so y'all know how it go. Women like to use insults that attack a man's masculinity. So why you in your chest? Oh boy, that gets me. And then when they give me the hand with it too, it's
Right.
that does something to me. You know what I mean? So who's
So you
more?
think they're both overly emotional?
I think some men and women are overly emotional. I think some are under emotional. I think some have their emotions suppressed because they don't want to look other than strong.
So that's the man's part, of
Some
course.
women do that too, and it hit different when women do it. I won't lie.
Okay.
Because you want your woman to be soft and delicate. That's like, I ain't gonna front. My first, since I was 21, that's the age I was when I was finally able to care for people, right? Like, had enough money to care for people. I dated women who didn't really work. it's what I liked because I was in the Navy and I was going a lot, so I didn't want to be going a lot, and then they got to be going when I get back. So that was my flow with that, especially with my son's mother. But after her, I only date women who got jobs and careers, and so a lot of them are hardened by having to do. If I'm dating them, so obviously they're available, right? Which means the man ain't around as much as he could be. So a lot of people get hardened by that, from my experience. Not everybody, but enough. And so trying to break their strong barriers down was a whole task until I realized that I didn't have to break it down, and they would come running to me if I gave them time.
Right.
And I don't mean that as a diss when I say come running to me. It's men and women supposed to like each other, right? So if they, if they're into you, that wall will fall. You don't even got to knock it down.
If they're into you.
If they're into you, yeah. So I realized like a couple of years ago, during that kind of process, it was like people we get into this battle talking about who's emotional or who's more emotional, or calling somebody emotional as an insult. But really, it's just understanding that I don't even really need to understand you. I just need to respect your space where you at. And I know some people might agree with that because they just don't take it as, you know what you mean? You don't need to understand. I mean, I'm a man and I don't understand women.
Right.
And I think that's okay because I'm just here for you anyway. If I want to be with you, I haven't always executed that properly, but when I'm doing right, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, Marquis, so what do you think?
What did you call me?
T, what do you think? Do I have to say anything when you say T, or shut up? Anyway.
Because I'll call you by the name you want to be called.
You right.
Are you Key?
I'm sorry, King.
Am I Key with the T? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Right.
Killer Key, actually. Actually, that is the name.
And that's what your problem is. But go ahead, let's talk about it. What do you think?
So we were talking. The reason why we came up with this segment. What was the reason we came up with this segment exactly? Because I know you had I seen that you posted the man that was outside the woman's house saying that he missed her, and how she was keeping that good cat away and stuff like that. He was on the porch
after he had called her several bitches before. Like, that was the beginning of that video. I only showed the snippet. They were arguing, huh?
I know I shared it too, but I didn't see that. So
but she didn't say anything. It was just him. She posted him. Yeah, the original clip. Yeah.
That's okay. So we were. I know me and T was talking about how men try to tape down their emotions, of course, and come off as hard asses and stuff like that. Where we are, like you said, we're given the title of too emotional, dramatic, and everything else like that. Where they're walking away free. So that's what our thing was, that trying to see what other people thought as far as their point of view. I believe that males are very emotional, but like he said, sometimes they got to be real strong. They can't show that emotion. It makes them weak. But taping down the emotion that they have, I feel like it comes out in different ways. Like the isolation. Most guys will walk away because they decide to isolate, so they won't show emotion.
And that's an emotional response.
Them walking away, that's the response. Or what they can do is they be so emotional and not able to get into their emotion that they do other shit, dumb shit, cheat, pick fights at bars or different things like that, or just downright not be supportive because they don't know how to open up that emotional side of them. So I do think that guys are more emotional in my point of view of things. I think women just act out. Like, you just see a snap. You don't see a guy be like that. It takes a while for a guy to go there. Us women, I feel like we show that we're more tired of a situation. We're quicker to stay inside of a situation and just become emotional. A guy will run from the emotion that he's feeling. So I always thought guys were more emotional because they do other dumb shit to show me that they are emotional. Opposed to us, we just be like, fuck it, this is what it is. Where they have more of a hidden agenda, more of a hidden thing.
I'll be transparent here. Newsflash: I've been promiscuous before. Okay, now that we got that out the way, For me, I won't speak for other men, even though I do think I can speak for other men on this, but I'm gonna just speak for me here. For me, promiscuity was largely an emotional response. Even if it was just to feed my ego. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of the things that a lot of males do state about cheating and stuff like that. To feed their ego, or if someone hurt them, they want to hurt somebody.
I mean,
normally it's really the man first.
Sex for us is largely about ego anyway, right? I can love you. I'm with a woman and I love her. Like, it's coming from the foundation of love. But when I'm hitting that thing from the back, excuse my language, but when I'm back there, I'm not back there like, oh, love, 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 butterflies. I'm in my primal state. And this woman is submitting her body to me and allowing me to, have this moment.
Look at T-Rex. Look at T-Rex.
I never thought of it like that, but go ahead.
I mean, I'm saying that. I mean, maybe it's just me. I doubt it. that.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, yeah. So I mean, sex in its nature for a woman is a submissive act. So you have this woman submitting herself to you in that way, and it feels great. Of course, the vagina feels good, whatever. But really, it's about the mind state that you're able to be in. It's about the high you're able to be on while it's happening.
And you guys can't just have that with one person?
Well, we can, but everything is monotonous, right? Like, okay, so I pay the bills, right? That's where I've been in my life. I feel like that should get the ultimate respect forever, right? But it gets monotonous. At some point, it don't do the same thing. So now, when I first had to run into the idea of you're not loving on me the right way, you don't take me on dates, you don't talk to me at night, you don't watch TV with me, I'm like, the lights are on. What do you mean? So I wasn't understanding. But see, that's just an example of how paying the bills gets monotonous. You don't respect it as much long term. You know what I mean? You appreciate it for sure, but after a while, that's not enough. Your woman still needs other stuff.
To know. That's like telling me money don't buy happiness, child. I like to have enough to find out.
But like, so now with a woman, I think you're beautiful, right? If you and I dated, it's a lot of stuff I would do so fast because you're beautiful, right? And T, you're beautiful, so there's a lot of stuff I do for you because you're beautiful. At some point, though, your beauty, it ain't gonna knock me off my rockers the same way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It will still knock me off my rockers, but I'll be able to make a more logical decision. And because your beauty won't affect me as much.
Right.
It could get me, it could still get me to do what you want in spurts. And probably just because you're my woman, right? I'm into you, I love you, whatever. Or I want to shut you up, right? But your beauty doesn't do the same thing it did for me on day one. I've seen these yoga pants before. You know what I'm saying? And look, I won't be with a woman unless I think she's the dopest chick walking the earth. And I'm not saying she's always the finest, whatever, but if I'm with you, I'm going to think that you're the finest thing walking, and everything about you is just pure heavenly. You know what I'm saying? Just pure beauty. But at some point, that ain't gonna faze me as much. You can still probably get some money out of me, but you won't get out of arguments as quick. I learned not to argue anyway, but still, you get me though.
I get it. So here was my thing. I wasn't just talking about relationships when I was asking this question, because initially when I was, thinking about this topic, I was like, okay, I think men, whatever. But then I had some time, to kind of think about it a little deeper. And I'm going to say both. I'm going to say in different ways. I think that men are emotional, but it's because of the fact that they, especially Black men, are raised to think that they can't cry. 90% of them are raised in neighborhoods where it is common not to know any other emotion but angry and happy. So you don't know disappointed, you don't know melancholy, you know what I'm saying? You don't know depressed. You just know either I'm happy or I'm pissed off. So you act on those things. If men weren't emotional, then we probably wouldn't have so many shootings and innocent bystander mess, because 90% of those shootings are based off of somebody did this to me or disrespected me or whatever the case may be. I'm so upset. Bang, bang. Oops, I shot a kid, but casualty of the streets. That is an emotional response.
It is. Definitely. They ask way more emotional than us. We think a little better on our feet, I believe.
But I think women, on the other hand, we are a little more expressive with our emotion in multiple ways. Mm-hmm. So we might not kill you, but we're going to attack that ego. We're going to attack that masculinity. We're going to make sure that you know you ain't shit and you ain't never going to be shit. And I'm the reason why you was even partially about to be something, because you ain't shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's not okay. That, you know, that shit, that's pretty bad. You know what I'm saying?
What people should understand is that nobody can cut a man like his woman. Nobody, even another guy. As a matter of fact, for the most part, a guy won't even come bother another guy on that level. But his woman, for some reason, when she say he pissed in the bed, it's different. It hit way different. I've been in my feelings for like a week now. I can admit it, and I'm okay being in my feelings because I'm a human and I have an emotion, and I get to have moments, and I don't care what they think anyway. So, but 3 women have told me I'm in my feelings, or one person called me soft, and 3 women I love. And what was interesting was they provoked the moment that had me in my feelings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We do provoke sometimes.
But I mean, men do too, but at the same time, we of course know what is, you know, the gut punch. We know that. Because men are like physically, I choose to go by the fact that men are physically stronger than we are, but our mouth, that wit, that brain, baby, you can either have a great woman that's going to stand behind you and help you build your empire and make sure that you straight and good, no matter how terrible of a guy that you actually are. Or you can have something terrible behind you and you can be great and never make it nowhere because that motherfucker is on your back.
Yeah.
I feel that. And I'm afraid to put myself in that space, like where I'm going to even allow a woman to help me like that because of that. Because I don't know which way it's going to go. Like
that's unfortunate. It sounds like you need to do some healing.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, shit. I think everybody going to forever need to heal. But yeah, definitely. For sure. No doubt.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've had people misuse. The only people who've ever been able to backstab me is a couple of women I let in my life, right? Because I don't usually put myself in a position where you can backstab me. You can talk crap behind my back. I don't care. It didn't affect my bank account. I've actually checked before. You know what I'm saying? So my money ain't went nowhere.
Funny as hell.
So that's just not my space. And ain't no woman ever took care of me. So, you know, ain't nobody ever been able to say I took you from here to there. But because I've seen other people, that's what has scared me.
The examples that was around you. But
I've seen guys who had women and the guys messed up and the women sure let them know about it. I've seen guys who didn't necessarily mess up, but they didn't do exactly what old girl wanted her to do and she abused her power. I've seen men do it too, obviously, right? We're notorious for kind of oppressing our women with that. But now y'all can get your own back, so that's not as prevalent. You know what I'm saying? For the last 60 years, y'all been bossing up, and y'all was always better than us at a lot of jobs anyway. So, you know, so we have that. But this really just speaks to a really broad dynamic though, because at some point, if you keep having this conversation, you got to dig into why, and it's really not a cesspool, but like the rabbit hole.
It is, because there are a lot of things that contribute to why women are the way that they are and men are the way they are, from upbringing to their environment to the way that they, you know, who they are as a man, you know, who they choose to be, choices that they make. I mean, everything affects us one way or another. But one thing that I've always said is I don't think that it's cool to tell no no kid, period, including girls, suck it up, stop crying. You know what I'm saying? I hate that. Yeah. I always feel like let your emotions out. You know what I'm saying? Have your moment, but understand that it's a moment. I ain't saying your baby gotta cry every 5 seconds and all this and that. But if you allow a child to have their moment, their little whiny moment, their little this hurt my feelings moment, you're better off than continuously tell them stop crying, stop, because it's gonna take them forever to learn to hold it down. They can't, because now it's just done bottled up. And then you wonder when they get older and it's a kid punching holes in the walls.
Well, the
or beating up on everybody, you know.
The way a lot of people are dealing with their kids, they're not really raising their kids, right? So I don't mean, I ain't trying to get all holy, but in the Bible it says Noah was a husbandman, right? So husband in that context means cultivator. Mm-hmm. So obviously it's both parents' job, the husband and the wife, mother and father, to cultivate, to keep the child's personality. You take what's there and you cultivate it, meaning you got to sift that. You got to sift that soil. You got to reroot it every now and then. You know, you got to water it, make sure you get the right amount of sunshine. A lot of people are just doing the legal bare minimum, so that just shut up, stop it, and let it sit there. No, you got to actually get in there and raise your kids. So if you're gonna tell them shut up, shut your mouth and suck it up, okay, fine. There's a place for that, but you got to follow it up. You got to follow that up with helping them contextualize the moment. You have to shut up and suck it up so you can eventually, so you can plan and do better next time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't talk to my kids like that, but just I told my son shut up on the basketball court once because we were arguing, and you know, it's competitive competition. But on the norm, I don't talk to them like that. He's 21 now. If I would have talked to him like that, he'd be a mess. you know, because I was a mess because I got no conversation growing up. I was just left to coast because I was like inherently not a troublemaker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't realize the son I'm talking about was my stepson. I raised him, so that's my baby. It was from my ex-wife. So, you know, having to deal with that, I didn't realize I didn't know a lot of things until I was 30. And she's pregnant, and I got to change a tire, and I've never changed the tire. At that point, after almost killing myself trying to change the tire, something clicked for me like, yo, it's a lot of stuff you got to get into, buddy. Because you just inherited a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old. And she's pregnant at the time too. And they look to you for guidance that they weren't getting before. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so that kind of set me on the path of the dynamic is layered for sure. You feel me? But I dealt with it, and I you know, and me and their mother not together no more, but we still have a great relationship. That me and them, that unit is still a family.
That's what's up.
You feel me?
Definitely.
It's interesting how I could get my alpha male stuff off after we split, but it works either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You normally learn
after our lesson. Yeah.
You normally learn afterwards, not during, but afterwards. It's normal.
But my kids definitely their emotions. I think that's the short of it.
We definitely need more tools for everyone to get their emotions out. More things that's going to help them, because, like you said, everyone bottles it in. It comes out in different ways, like you said, shooting, domestic violence,
promiscuity,
definitely.
That is the one we really got to look at. Eating
for sure.
Yeah. Difference. When we look like,
all of that.
I'm an emotional pop drinker. I know that might sound crazy,
pop drinker.
But when I'm having a bad day, I will go get a pop, and something about that acid or whatever's in there just calms me down. Now, you know my situation, so I've had to find other ways to calm down. Well, I found a way to just de-stress, period. So that's been helping, you know. But we do a lot of things, a lot of crazy things. Some people cut themselves. Some people buy hookers.
I've definitely dealt with cutters before. The cutters, they cut themselves to target the pain and stress and everything in a different direction.
I knew a girl in high school, and obviously I wasn't, evolved. But I was like a freshman, and we were in gym, and she had on a short sleeve shirt. I was like, "Oh damn, girl, what the fuck happened to your arms?" And she was just like, you know, she kind of whispered. Everybody was always very comfortable telling me, you know, stuff about them. So she was just like, you know, sometimes I cut myself. I was like, well, that's dumb as hell because you're not gonna die. You're not even cutting yourself right to die. I'm like, that's dumb. You just making your skin ugly as hell. For what? Now you got all these ugly ass sores on your arm. It's finna be hot outside. You look crazy. Now, that could have went so left, but it didn't because the girl stopped cutting herself. Yeah. And we know her, Marquisa, or excuse me, we know her very well, Keith. I will tell you later, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying the ones I know that you know too. So it's like it's a lot of things are very common that should be uncommon. If that makes sense. Like I had a lot of cutters around me and stuff at a certain amount of time. And they just said it was a different way to handle the pain. It was a different way to target it somewhere else. If they were bleeding or in pain somewhere else on their body, it wasn't in their brain. If that makes sense, like it was.
Yeah, no, I mean, it does. It's like pinching a woman to deflower her. Right? You divert the attention somewhere else while you do the job. Yeah.
To deflower her, what?
I've done that before.
When you said that, like,
I've pinched a young lady before. She the one told me to do it. I broke her virginity, and before I went in, I pinched her so she wouldn't feel it as much.
Now, okay, so let me tell you how I just thought about this. I need to work on myself because as soon as he said, you know, you pinch her to deflower her to take her mind off of everything, and the first thing that went in my head is that nigga didn't love me. He did not love me. Because why wouldn't you pinch me? It was horrible. It was terrible. I can't believe.
When he said that, I called it. I said,
right, exactly. Immediately, I was like, I don't believe.
Look, I looked
we
up like
planned the whole thing, and that fool.
That makes sense.
It do. It makes sense.
I never thought of it like that, but
yeah, she said she heard about it on TV once, and so she told me to do it.
I never heard about it. Right, sure. When I got a piercing once, the guy talked to me and asked me like a question that he knew was going to like infuriate me before he, you know, sucked the thing in. And I was just like, yeah, because I was going to call you several, you know, motherfuckers. But,
right.
But now that everything is done, I understand why you did what you did.
Yeah. Different ways to cope with pain is, I don't know. Distraction. Like I'm over to cause more pain.
I have a friend whose daughter started cutting because she was depressed, but she started getting a certain kind of attention she liked, and so she kept cutting to get this attention. Mm-hmm. And her mom, at some point, her mom had to be like, "You're not gonna, you're manipulating me."
Yeah, because now we're worried. What's wrong?
She was buying her stuff to stop her from cutting herself.
Yeah.
Right. And at some point, she had to like develop the mentality of, well, Slim, I'm just going to let you cut yourself because I can't keep letting you manipulate me.
Exactly.
Right. And she stopped. It worked. I was waiting anxiously. I need to see how this plays out. Because I'm like, what? Because I don't know what I would have did there.
It's very confusing. You don't know how to handle them. You don't want them to be in harm's way. You don't want them to really hurt.
Like, what do you do when that's the emotional response from your child? Like when they'll do something to themselves if they don't get their way. Exactly. And some kids are not trying to manipulate you necessarily when they say that. It's just really how they feel.
Some.
I've seen it with a child in person, with a child who wanted to be transgender. Their mom, their parents wouldn't let him, her, I don't know the pronoun, but their parents wouldn't let the child express him. It was a boy, express himself that way. They said, "No, when you move out my house, you can do what you want." No. I respected that because my daughter can't come in my house in a skimpy dress.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She can't do that. No, put some clothes on. Dress like your mother taught you. Mm-hmm. Your mother has a great body. She covers up. That's what you're going to do when you come in here.
Right.
Even when you're 30. You know what I'm saying? Because it's my house. So I looked at it the same way. Like, this your mama's house.
Yeah.
You do what your mama said. I still do what my parents and my grandparents said. Take off your hat. Yes, ma'am. I ain't got a haircut, grandma. I don't care. Take off your hat. Yes, all right.
I wouldn't know what to do. I'm listening to this stuff, listening to y'all.
You gotta, it's in a rule book, so we gotta improvise. Or hopefully, even though it would kind of be unfortunate, hopefully you know somebody who's been through that and they can offer. That's why these conversations are important.
Yeah. I've dealt with people that, like you said, cut themselves. I've handed a person a knife and told them to cut themselves. I've done it all. I've been, hey, you take it too long. Is you ending this or not, or you just need some attention? I've been there with that whole thing.
I'm not judging you because that's the same thing I was always on.
That's like, wild, hey. but I feel that though. Like you can't let them emotionally drag you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we right, but we wrong at the same time. Like you.
Are you wrong though? I mean, like.
Yeah, kind of, sort of, because you really shouldn't be like.
I'm dealing with you.
They don't want you, or not that. Well, yeah, the people, people that, go to school for this kind of counseling and stuff like that. They don't suggest that you egg them on. But me personally, I'm just like, this is taking a long time, and now I'm starting to cry and be sad about it. And I need to know what I'm sad about. Am I sad because you gone, or am I sad because you wasting my time?
Everybody's not equipped to be a suicide counselor, suicide watch, whatever you call it. I had to do it in the military, so they taught me some things. But like, I'm probably more equipped to deal with it than the average person. But ultimately, I can't let you really drag me along like that.
Mm-hmm. My question: you went to the military. I've heard that they try to break you to build you back up. Is that correct? Mentally?
Maybe in boot camp.
Boot camp.
It's a game in boot camp. Like when you pledge in a fraternity, you got to go through a bunch of stuff. It's mind games and lessons.
Mind games and lessons.
Yeah, okay. So it's a hazing thing in boot camp. When you get in the military, like active duty on the ship, at least when I joined in 2002, nobody was there trying to kill me or break me down or make me feel bad, or it was a lot of tough love for sure. But all of them games and stuff, that was boot camp.
Just boot camp. Okay.
Yeah,
my little brother was in the military. He couldn't wait to come home. That's what I'm like. That's all I wanted to ask that.
Yeah, my son's at boot camp right now.
And you can't talk to your family, correct?
Not as much.
Isolation.
He can talk on Saturdays. He calls us on Saturdays.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I know I couldn't, because
a whole new world. Think of college without.
You probably could have. You get to work things. I promise.
No,
you gave birth, for crying out loud.
Oh yeah, and that was hell. That was hell.
You went through a whole pregnancy for that, so you could do boot camp.
Yeah, no, I can't do the difference between having a baby and being pregnant for 9 months and doing boot camp. I'm okay with her running my life for this little short amount of time. Well, running my body for this little short amount of time, because she still run my life. But she can't yell at me. Like, she can cry and stuff like that, but you can't get in my face and you can't yell at me. You don't tell me when I can talk on the phone, because I pay this phone bill. And then I'm not like, risking my life.
I mean, most people don't risk their life in the military. 90% of people won't shoot a bullet down range.
I don't want to go to those countries.
It's more dangerous to walk down 79th.
I don't walk down 79th. Baby, I barely drive down 79th.
What made you choose 79th out of all the blocks?
Because you know the 9.
Because I know the 9. I mean, but it's famous. That's why. But it's the same thing with 63rd. It's the same thing with 67th. It's the same thing with 74th and Dorchester.
Okay. Look, I'm like, tell me something. Why you pick 79?
And I've been told that
I've been chased off the 9
from 63rd. So we know that that's just not safe. Everybody know.
But I think a lot of people think they can't do boot camp, but it's a piece of cake. Because when you get in there, you figure out what's going on, and you're like, I bet. Plus, you got 80 people going through it with you, so it's like, I bet we got it.
I couldn't even do gym.
I don't care about them people.
Look, I'm over here like we couldn't even sit through gym.
We couldn't sit through gym before somebody was like, I'm finna knock her head off.
Y'all would have been all right. It ain't that hard. Y'all done harder things.
I'm finna go.
Boot camp is a piece of, because look, in the Navy boot camp, the man, they yelled, okay, cool. But all we did really in Navy boot camp, we worked out a lot and we folded clothes and we took some classes.
You already have to work out a lot and folded clothes.
That's boot camp for the Navy. You know what I'm saying? The folding clothes was interesting because you had to fold it a certain way. And if you didn't, you had to do push-ups or sit-ups or something like that.
So my little brother act like he don't know to fold when I be asking him to do shit.
Because when shit
and
working at home is different. Look, I'm the neatest guy in America at work. But when I got home, my woman used to be mad at me. Like, pick that up. Oh shit!
Trauma. It's trauma.
Dude,
like I don't have to be bothered with that.
Look, I'm like, what fail?
It's literally part of your job to keep stuff clean at work. You don't want to come home and do work.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Well, it looks like we lost Nico. It's okay.
We
go to real quick, so we can get on up out of here. All right. So Erica Mena and Safari still a whole damn fool. Last I talked about them, he was in Jamaica dancing his face off or whatever.
I love him.
While his wife and his brand new baby was in the NICU. Trash. He has now put a lawsuit against Erica Mena,
his wife,
for ruining at least $50,000 worth of clothes and accessories with, wait for it, bleach.
That heifer.
I'm so upset with her. Not at all upset with her. I'm not mad. Shit happens. I'm sorry. It was horrible. She was wrong. She ain't right. She also just had a baby that's
I don't know their situation, but
he said she was the biggest mistake of his marrying her was the biggest mistake of his life.
Possibly.
On Twitter.
And maybe it was. Who knows? I don't know. But there's a way you handle these things. I don't care. Look, I felt the way about my son's mother. I felt the way about her that was not healthy. You understand? And I still to this day don't think I was necessarily wrong about feeling those ways at that time, right? But this is my child's mother. And as a man, I still have a certain responsibility to protect them. So I knew I had to stop talking crap about her to a couple of my family members because she still deserved my protection, whether that be physically or whether that be from people talking crap or just the integrity of my household, because that's still my household if you got my kids there. And I think a lot of men don't understand that.
It's still your household.
Huh?
You said it's still your household.
It's still my household because that's how I'm going to function. I don't got the right to make all the rules.
Okay.
But I'm going to protect it like that.
Okay.
I'm going to protect it like that because that is my son's mother who will forever have my affection because she birthed my child.
That's
and
nice.
My child.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, you all and all
the children I inherited, whom I never made a difference between.
Right, and you shouldn't, and I think that's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? So I still gotta protect that. You know what I mean? And he need to understand that too. He putting lawsuits out on her because she bleached her clothes. Man, shut up. You blew 50 in Jamaica. Shut up. You blew 50.
That's the part. Because
get them people out your ear, because that's your house in a way, and should nobody tell you.
No, it's his house. They still married. They still together. They're not even broke up.
And nobody is supposed to tell you how to run that. So get them folks out your ear, because nobody's suing their wife without people in their ear.
Yeah, and he's so damn gullible. I hate to be like that, but even on like the show, like when you watch the show, whenever he talks to the guys and stuff, he be knowing shit ain't right. It's not okay. And he be like kind of thinking about it and he be like, nah, you right. I'm going to do it because I'm a goofy. I can't.
I wish I watched. You're going to have me watch a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't happen on the show. This literally just happened. What I'm about to talk about now happened on the show. So I'm trying to figure out why the hell would Kirk and Rashida hire their kids and their significant others to run their bistro and then want to be confused that they damn near $1 million in the red. Y'all kids ain't never worked ever.
Yeah, they
and
can't
you let them be in charge of y'all bistro, y'all first business as a couple, and y'all hired their girlfriends. and you know they got sisters, and they all young. What would you think was gonna happen?
So they have not been overlooking anything. They just left them there.
I'm assuming not. I think that they just started looking over what was going on when they realized that they was losing money. But apparently some kind of an altercation took place. And yeah, so the sisters was jumping on the girlfriend. And the girlfriends was, doing their best. Bobbing and weaving and everything. It was just ridiculous. Like, it's just very, very ghetto. And Rashida just too old for this. I can't deal with this.
Well, everybody don't have the soft skills to run a business, so you got to be careful.
Yeah, just dumb. So Little Durk and his girlfriend, aka his rider, are unharmed after an early morning robbery took place at their house. Both of them pulled out the bangles and started shooting at whoever was in the house. Both of them, Bonnie and Clyde.
There you go.
They did it together. It was a mess to say the least. Both firearms was discharged.
How with these mansions they have security gates, they have all these different things. How is this stuff happening?
I don't know why you
security guards can be paid off.
I don't know why you think they got security gates and guards and stuff like that in that mansion. They live in Atlanta, honey.
No, I didn't say guards. I'm saying like they got cameras and
they live in Atlanta. They would sleep.
So
probably half sleep.
Probably half sleep.
You put a mask on. Go past
no alarm system. Well, I guess the alarm system did go off if they found
something had to happen to wake them up because they woke up and fat.
You know there's going to be a bar in the song soon.
So can I just tell y'all how bad I would like to just for 1 second in my life be the rider that discharges my firearm just in case. I mean, I don't want that to be my life like all the time, but I just want to be like one time where I was like ride or die.
I feel bad for poor India. This is so traumatizing. Someone's going to kill her baby daddy eventually. It's out there.
Who's
India? Durk. India is the one that was shooting with Durk.
That's okay. That's her name, right?
India. Her name is India, and eventually someone's going to get Durk. They're picking off all of them slowly but surely. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, because they're really trying to get Durk. They've been shooting at him every other week.
Yeah, it's not a coincidence that they're weakening his team, everybody around him until they get him. It's very unfortunate. I am very proud of him, where he come from and how far he's gotten. But the way things are looking, it's just a game until it's like a race to get him. They just shot his brother not too long ago.
They sure did at that club.
Yeah, when we was going out that day, all that stuff happened around the time the shooting happened on 75th Street. It's just unfortunate. They have kids. She's a mom. She shouldn't have to go through all that. She shouldn't have to even have to shoot anybody.
It's cute, but she knew who he was when she, got with him and stayed with him and everything. So
it's a difference from knowing a person when they're a little person to being a bigger person. You know what I'm saying? The stakes are higher. The hits are bigger.
He was like that before he got big.
It wasn't as bad.
No, not
yeah, but you know that with fame comes more people. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that I don't feel bad for them both as a unit. It's terrible.
Yeah, I feel bad for her.
Oh, Nico came back. Okay, Nico, you got 5 minutes. We're going outside. And what the hell?
We got 5 minutes. We're going outside. I'll make it quick. What's up, Monix? How you doing, bro?
What up,
all is well, my boy. So, the NFL, man, it seemed like one NFL player after another. Defensive end for the Kansas City Chiefs, Frank Clark, has been charged with a felony, possession of an assault weapon, in California. So, hopefully, I don't know.
Did he use it on anybody?
Huh?
Did he use it on anybody, or he just got caught with it?
I think it wasn't registered. That's what I think. So, you can't talk your way out of that one. So hopefully he can find a way to get up out of there. We shall see. And then also Richard Sherman. I don't know if you talked about this, Tira, but yeah, Richard Sherman wife called 911 and everything the night before, talking about he was drunk and trying to fight her uncle, and he had drove his car into the construction site, crashed it. It's just bad. But pray for him and them, because the 911 call didn't make it any better. The 911 call made it worse. She was telling Richard, stop. So, ain't no telling what he could have been doing while she yelling stop on the 911 call. But, hopefully, don't nothing bad happen to him. He's not on the team. And I think now with this going on, ain't nobody going to really want to bother that, because you don't want that unwanted attention. And last but not least, Mr. Dwayne Haskins, black quarterback, Pittsburgh Steelers, got punched in the mouth by his girlfriend, knocked his tooth out.
His wife.
I was waiting on you because I seen her and I was like, she looked like she punched niggas in the face and knocked their teeth out. He knew what he was doing when he married her.
So,
and the next time he posted, he was kissing her in the mouth.
I'm like, this idiot. This dumb nigga.
Bet you they kiss you in the mouth, don't they?
Bro, I mean, it's just, I don't see why people are in these situations. Like that one. Like, bruh, you gotta go. Because 9 times out of 10, she can easily say, we was fighting. He did something to me. I had to retaliate.
She can say whatever she wanted to say. She already on papers, though.
That's what I'm saying. She could say it was self-defense or anything. But something could happen to him, too.
I mean, does he really need to go, though?
Say it again.
Does he really need to go?
But most times when you say domestic, they arrest the man first. Let's just be honest.
This time they got her, so now she got a precedent though. So she gonna be in trouble if she do it again.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, she going to jail. She can't jump on him.
He ain't finna charge he ain't finna charge her though.
And that's the thing, he not.
The next day he was kissing her in the mouth.
Right.
Posted it on Instagram.
He probably said something foul too.
But I don't mean you punch nobody.
No, it don't mean that. But women are more emotional, right, T?
No man has ever said anything to me that has made me think past my phobia of getting beat up, because that is a phobia. I am afraid to get my ass whooped by a man. I am so serious. Like, please don't attack me, sir.
I've lived with 3 women, and at the end of the relationships, they all hit me.
It's you.
I'm the problem.
Wow, you're the.
I ain't never hit no man.
Listen,
I mean, not no man that I was dating.
Women who are much smaller, right? So they like, for them little people to mess with my 240-pound self. Oh man, I must have. My nonchalant game is crazy. That's what got me hit.
I was just gonna say, you must act like you didn't care, and it was big to them.
All 3 times.
They're trying to choke you out.
See, for me, it wouldn't be me
like
hitting
a UFC fighter.
My thing, my toxic trait used to be, I very calmly, very chill, because I'm not gonna yell or argue with you, but I very calmly say something really, really horrible.
Like what? Like what's some that you said?
I don't throw up like past secrets and stuff like that. Trash as hell. But I will remind you, like, sir, you can't even drive good. You don't have a good job. I make more money than you.
You see, that's why they hit me, because they couldn't say that to me.
You don't have a good job. I make more money than you. You can't cook. You don't smell that good. Your hairline is crooked. You damn near bald. You might as well
fight you right now.
You might as well cut the shit out. your credit score is horrible. Ever since I met you, I've been trying to help you and build you up, but you just have been a motherfucking problem.
You know what's funny? The first one you said wasn't that bad, but you kept going.
Well, she kept
going. That's how you do it. You have to build
those together.
I might have been wanting to rock bottom.
It has to be a combination of everything. Because, the reason why I'll say all those things is because if somebody was to say that to me, it'll make me mad, but I ain't gonna want to hit you. You see what I'm saying? I'm very careful about getting hit. Like, please don't hit me, sir. I'm not that mad. I promise. Please don't hit me.
See, those women hit me because they couldn't say that to me. That's probably why I got hit. Instead of them talking shit to me.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If it was true, I would have rock bottomed you too.
I don't know. I'd probably just be mean to you.
I would have just pulled up receipts like I did.
If I can't say nothing like that would just like Hulk smash, I'm just gonna be mean.
But see, that's what happened to me. And then I stopped caring that they were mean. And then that's when I got hit. I stopped caring about what I call nagging or whatever. It was like, all right, you nagging again? Okay, cool. I told one woman, go find a boyfriend. That nigga might care.
I am going to bust your shit with a bottle. Are you kidding me?
And she did it.
I bet.
Listen, when I found out, she got even more mad, right? Because I asked her, did she do it? Because I knew she did it, but she said no, right? She lied about it. And so my next response was, okay, what's for dinner? I didn't care. I knew what I told her.
Yeah.
Hey, the baked mac and cheese was good that night, though.
Yeah, I see why you almost got shot.
Right. I'm like, I see
she
why
they cheated.
Are you crazy?
Am I supposed to let her win?
True.
You know what I'm saying? Look, I got cheated.
But you know what? And that's literally why I thank God for growth, because I don't ever want to be in a situation where I'm going tit for tat with nobody again. I did that not that long because I get very disinterested very quick when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the root of my nonchalantness is I don't want to go tit for tat no more. I'm like, okay, you win. You win. Okay. What am I supposed to do here?
I don't like that you don't care. I just need you to care a little bit more.
No, I need you to stop nagging. Because
if
you steadily unhappy with me, that means you don't like me.
And that, you know what? I come to that realization very early. Because I feel like if I for real, because I feel like if I tell you, okay, babe, I really hate that, you be leaving the towel down, on the floor after you dry yourself off. It be wet, make my feet wet. I hate wet.
Wait.
Yep, it's this petty. It's this petty.
No. But
sometimes men do shit like that, okay? Flow just be wet as hell. All right.
Okay. All right.
I don't like my feet wet. I have a thing about wet feet. Boom, I tell you that. You start picking up the towel just to shut me up. Cool. I don't say nothing else about it. I notice a pattern, but you just continue to do it. And I'm like, okay, I asked you, that's a problem for me. It ain't in you to make me happy. You don't love me, nigga. It's over. Get out.
See that, and that's something else they can't do to me. They can't tell me to get out. Never have they been able. So they gotta hit me.
So what if he hit you with the I bet? I'll holler at you then.
She made her decision. She's
See, you know what the problem is? People don't understand. I'm an only child. I love being by myself. Like a lot. Like having a kid has been the hardest thing about having a child is literally I never am alone.
People say that, but they don't really mean it.
I mean that like with all of my heart. I really, really enjoy my own company. I feel like loneliness is addictive. I feel like that whole, I kind of want somebody to hug me. I ain't been touched in a while or whatever. That shit fades. That is a fleeting thing because you can get hugs anywhere. They don't even care about Rona no more. They giving hugs. Yeah, they are. They
actually never stopped giving hugs.
Most people never stop. Right. Like they're still like giving hugs. You can go get hugged. Like that is not that big of a deal. Companionship. I can talk on the phone with somebody. And then I can hang up when I don't want to be bothered anymore. And that is a problem. That that is something that I'm working on. I'm working on trying to see people how they are, accept them, and then decide if it's something that I can deal with. Because my issue is, nope, this is a big red flag, and it's something so simple as, I don't know, I don't like the way he don't take care of his toenails and stuff like that. Like, he don't go get his feet done, and his feet ashy and they itchy and they touch me, and then it's like you made my skin crawl. Don't ever come over here again. You can't visit me. No, thank you.
My problem is
you
that
like
I
this
don't
first,
like
why
being
you
lonely.
stop? You know, that's my thing. Like, why you complain now? You was fine with it before.
Because you got to
No,
find a reason to
see,
break
and
up.
I'm never fine with it. See, that's the difference. That's the difference, Nico. I was never okay with no itchy, scratchy feet. You see what I'm saying?
But if you never mentioned it, you had to be.
But see, that's the thing, Nico. I'm a communicator, babe. Let's go get our feet done.
But by the time he's babe, you made him babe with the ashy feet.
That's a lie. You don't know me.
So
You ain't babe, and you can't spend the night.
So his feet got ashy later?
Sir, if I fall asleep and you don't get up, when I wake up, everybody's pissed off.
Wait. What's
Literally, that's how I'm waking up.
See, that's
I gotta
why,
go work in the morning.
hey, look, man, that's why most of the females come to my house instead of me going to theirs, because it's a cool vibe in my house. It's fine. You can wake up later. Breakfast will be ready when you get up. It's fine. I promise. I treat you like I treat all my guests.
Okay, well then I'll come over there. But you can't come over here because I'm not gonna do that.
Because you ain't finna tell me to get out. That's the worst shit I can ever hear.
I am. I'm not gonna tell you to get out. It's more like I said. That's how I wake you up.
My ego ain't strong enough to handle it. You kick me out.
I'm nice about it. Like I might even touch your chest. Like,
What is you guys talking about? You know, I just came in on scratchy feet.
Random madness.
It's not random madness. It's just truth. Like we were just talking about how, you know, dating and stuff like that, you know what you get and everything. And they was like, well, you know, but before I was bad, I had scratchy, itchy feet, you know, whatever. And you was cool. And I'm just like, no, they don't know me, Key. Like that's not how that works.
Who has scratchy feet?
It do though.
It's not.
I had a woman with scratchy feet before, and I went and got them fixed.
Okay, yep. Fix the problem.
Okay, well, see, and that's beautiful. You heard me say, babe, can we go get our feet done?
Baked mac and cheese was too good for me to not get it fixed. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give you a whole makeover because I need this food.
You know what? And see, that's what your problem.
Why? What's wrong with that? She brings great qualities, so I'm gonna take care of the other stuff.
The great quality is
so
baked mac
and cheese. What if she would have hit you with the, you know what? I'm
saying,
good. I don't need it.
No, I be needed. You don't need it, but I do. Listen. When you got a woman that most women in my life have always done what women traditionally do for men. So if they got a little something they need to work on, I work with you. No problem. My vision of my what I see as beauty is different than it used to be. Right? You can't help if you look like your mama. So all I really need from my woman is for her to take care of what she got. If it's a couple of things,
I got questions.
I'm with that.
What do you mean it's okay if she looked like her mama? Are you saying that her mother looks like a running back and has alligator skin?
I'm talking about.
Are you saying,
like her bone structure?
Okay.
Other stuff you can help. If she a little bigger than I like them, okay. We look, Planet Fitness ain't but $10. We can figure this out. Now I attract a lot of smaller women. That's what I like. But I've definitely developed an appreciation for my thicker women too, because what I learned is a woman is a woman is a woman is a woman, and her skin soft too. And footsie is great with her too.
You opened up your palette of women.
I did. I definitely did.
Okay.
I definitely did. And I've been a better person because, well, I don't know if I've been a better person, but I've had more great experiences because of it.
Oh God.
Okay.
Oh God.
Not bad.
Tell you. I said I'm big myself. I got my nerve right.
No, I'm not against what you're saying at all. I understand exactly what you mean. I just need
But a
to
lot of people are though.
in our relationship. That's all I'm saying.
Say
A
what?
lot of people, what, Nico?
I say a lot of people aren't though. They be like, just because I'm big, I don't want my mate to be big.
I mean,
So
I got
you know,
I got a preference, but also once again, I have this understanding that a woman is a woman is a woman.
Mhm.
And I don't know a woman. Listen, excuse me for being so vulgar. To me, this just makes sense.
Mhm.
I don't know a woman that'll blow your top that won't come to the gym with you.
They won't come to the gym. I know some women that ain't going to the gym.
I haven't ran into one. Your woman to follow you to the gym. Babe, let's go to the gym. With exceptions to the rule for sure, right? But for the most part, you can help her through whatever the deficiency may be.
Not the deficiency.
She'll go.
Oh,
So why even worry about stuff that you can deal with?
I think that it's cute that you're still in the I'm okay with building my person phase, because my thing is this: if it's not you,
that boy,
yeah, that's cool. My thing, I just want it to already be in you to do certain things. Certain things,
Yeah.
For me,
like willing to communicate, willing to get better at communicating. I need that. If you're not willing to get better at communicating, if you're one of those people who like, I just am who I am. All right, baby, you could be that over there. No love lost.
Yeah,
I hate when people say that too.
You gotta be willing to communicate with me because I got a heart problem. I'm not gonna argue with you. I don't have it.
I'm hearing all this open information. I'm just taking it in like,
Oh, I'm open. That's my own platform, man. Transparency.
This is what people talk about and be like when they want to be in a relationship. It's cute. I like it.
Yeah, you still ain't shit, so I know. I know this is all. No, because Keith still ain't shit right now, and it's okay.
Hey, I feel you because I ain't too far from that. But when I do let somebody in my space consistently, there's a standard I have, at least while you're in my space. Now, the toxic thing about me is it don't take a lot for you to get the fuck out of my space.
Boom, that part.
While you're there, can't no woman you ever found out that I deal with, and I keep my shit so on the wraps, you don't even know who the fuck I deal with. But can't no woman I've dealt with tell you that while they weren't in front of me dealing, that I treated them bad.
Right.
They can tell you I stopped talking to them, which can be bad depending on how you look at it.
So you don't give closure.
You could that's a fair statement. I will if you reach out. I will.
Yeah. If she reach out,
I wish I would. I wish I would.
They don't always. They mostly don't. They just take it. Our culture today, motherfuckers move on. Women move on just as fast as men now. I don't know if they move on in their spirit, but they move on in their actions.
Yeah, runner. She's a
next time.
Next week, look, everybody got a billion options now because of social media. Like, look, just doing a show at the school, right? Doing a show at the school on Thursdays that I was doing off Facebook Live, got women in my inbox because I'm now exposed to more people.
Yeah, no, that's true.
It's something about a man with a microphone in his face that a lot of women like. Or maybe my content. Either one, whichever worked. But they was literally in my inbox. And they would start the same fight. They would say, "You are male chauvinist." I ain't gonna front. During that time frame, I was a little wild. It would go from being in my inbox calling me a male chauvinist one day to a week later you at my house. That's how that was going. From Illinois Media School. That's just that.
That's a shame.
So Power 92 was a whole nother situation.
Yo, you was lit because when I was at that school, it wasn't.
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, I'm a man, right? I'm an established male, and I was open for it. That's all that was.
I was not.
Especially, something about in 2018, I ran into so many women that dealt with men that didn't have their own place. When they ran into a man that had their own place, that was it.
So I thought he didn't have any water bottles. Not plans.
I had water bottles. I keep water bottles.
That didn't count, friend.
Listen, I learned how to keep my place decent. And if I wasn't, I always had somebody coming to check on me to make sure it was decent. So I got lucky. You ain't got no tissue. You ain't got no napkins. All right, bet. I'm gonna take care of that.
Yeah, definitely.
So I had the niceties in my house.
I like to hear about the amenities.
Hey, listen. I was
amenities.
living in Park Towers. And that place was a nice layout. It had 2 balconies. People was impressed about 2 balconies. I was like, all right, well, if this is gonna give me some ass, I'm gonna start talking about my 2 balconies.
You hit it. This is how the setup. This is how they set you up to.
I already know.
There's a few.
I already know.
What you got.
If you got that going on, that'll get you the ass for sure. There's a few things you can mention. Okay, I've been on the radio. I'm retired military, and I got my own place, and I ain't got no baby mama drama. Boom.
Yeah, well, I ain't gonna lie.
And you can hold a conversation. Oh boy, game over.
Yeah, I did it for last time, so I ain't.
Game over. You open your door. I got to kick coochie out the front of the door.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And you know you ain't wrong. The pickings are slim. That's the reason why.
Yeah.
The pickings. Chicago has the worst dating pool of all fucking time. It is literally, this is how deep the pool is.
I never used to believe that. Because I was in the Navy and we all had our own stuff. Yeah. I retired like 2018. We always all had our own stuff. So to see grown men, 40-year-olds, not having certain things together, I'm like, what is this?
The normal.
Same.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
You just
my normal was
desire.
25, you had it together.
No.
That was my normal being in the military.
Yeah, because it's definitely a different setup, a different world.
I learned that and I fought it for a couple of years. I'm like, nah, y'all lying. My brothers ain't out here like that. Because the men in my family is decent. Right? They got their stuff together. But just the world in general, I was like, damn. When I really saw it, I was like, damn, it's really like that.
Well, this is why the women are really the way they are.
I honestly feel like this is why so many Chicago women are so masculine, because they don't have no choice.
I love the tough energy, supposedly masculine types, because to see that wall fall is amazing.
And that's the problem. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that you said you like to see that wall fall, and I know that you ain't shit as far as relationship. Yeah, I don't like that shit. So now you done taught me something.
I am some shit. I'm some shit.
I'm over here like wall fall, nigga. You run into the wall like
no. I'm saying whatever those guards they be having up, that shit come down. It's like, cause my vibe is like, okay, honey, I know the world got you aggressive, but you get to be a lady here. Cross your legs. I get you some wine. What do you want to watch?
I like Hennessy.
There we go. I got that for you. If I don't got it, I get it.
I was thinking in the back of my head, like, wine.
I'm like, I like wine, but I like wine in the tub, and I'm by myself and going to sleep.
It could be I like wine, and everybody likes sweet red. Well, a lot of people like sweet red.
Oh, you know what? I actually like the bitter wines and stuff like that, as long as it's red. I don't like white bitter wine.
But that's trouble.
I do like sweet red from what is it?
I will drink a whole bottle by myself.
Yo, I remember the first time I experienced a woman who brought her own liquor and blunt.
That's my spirit animal.
Nico, I'm gonna tell you, boy, look, they always fucking. I'm telling you. I'm like, I
was thinking that, but I'll
be trying to show them something different. Like, no, baby, this is the first time you over here. I just want to respect you and talk. But every time they bring their own liquor and drink to my house, they be ready to go.
What she hit you?
I never took my own liquor. Now I have 100% took my own flowers and whatnot.
Your own flowers to someone else's house. He's talking to when someone comes to his house and they already got their party pack ready.
Look,
that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna.
When they be like, "You want to hit this?" I already know what time it is.
You know what? Actually, let me just be honest. Because if I just left from being out with my friends and we still had liquor in the bottle, I might take it in the house. But I might also fall asleep.
You might, yeah.
It's a good chance that I will fall asleep. I have fell asleep on somebody.
That's the only time I'll do that. The only time I'll be intimate with somebody off liquor, especially early on, is if they brought it themselves. I'm not giving you liquor, not during the Me Too movement. I'm not giving you liquor.
Yeah.
And then I blow up one day and you tell people I got you intoxicated so we can have sex. I'm not doing it.
Not that you're gonna say they're gonna Bill Cosby you. First of all, I am not standing behind that statement.
It's already happened. Me being in the military, it's already happened.
So you're cautious off of your own experiences. I would say If we kicking it and stuff, you better have me a bottle ready.
I learned from other people's experiences.
Off my own accord, we're not having sex off alcohol until we've already built an established sexual relationship. There's exceptions, but it's not likely.
Cause
That's what this shit has done to me, man. I'd rather be careful.
I might not want to be sober and shit.
I'm a different vibe, so you might think different. Fucking me.
You funny. Hey, that was some real good player shit. Hey, in real life, I would totally dap you if we was in person for real, because you did.
I feel
that was a great rebuttal right here with ours.
I mean, I'm an
that
adult,
was a great rebuttal.
So I'm like, okay, so what we drinking then? Since you don't want to provide me what I got,
right?
If that's how it goes, then fine.
Look, I make you take shots myself. But I don't got time for all that cute shit. Right,
because it's all awkward and stuff. Like, especially, I don't want to be awkward and like thinking too much. If I think too much, it ain't gonna.
No, I get the whole thing being sober and vibing and not needing the liquor.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do that before I decide I'm.
Hey, and that's peace,
By the time I decide that I'm gonna give it to you, hell, you already got it. You can't do nothing but talk yourself out of it.
I mean, you came to the crib. I already knew you was gonna give it to me if I didn't say nothing stupid. We know this. Yeah, I mean, it ain't always the first night, but it's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, if you continue to talk to someone and you guys are vibing and stuff, and they continue to come to your crib, yeah.
If you come to my house with my good talking ass, it's not gonna be long before them draws. It's on the floor.
Oh my God, this is your problem. This is what your problem is. Go for something different.
She said it didn't need the internet needed Mediamonics back, and this is what the fuck
they do. Social media needs you. But what I'm telling you though,
so we basically can't go to nobody's house, friend, because this ain't that.
Because I be going to people's house and then I be going home. I get in my car and I pulls what they call.
No, look, hey, check it out. Look, I'm attracted enough to both of y'all, right? So y'all can come to my house and we don't gotta have. It ain't about having sex. I don't gotta chase that. That's coming. I don't gotta chase it. I like people too.
Look, it's coming. How long you willing to wait?
I don't got no time frame.
Pause. Before you even answer that, Monica, I got you. Hold on. Not as long as it takes your motherfucking ass.
Don't start.
I mean, look,
not about me.
Hey, look, I don't know how long, man, but it rarely takes long. So, but if it does take long, you better have a good ass personality. If you call yourself one to be around.
And that's why we lost her, because she's not gonna talk to you.
No,
she ain't gonna respond. She ain't calling.
I do have a good personality. Don't do that.
Are you showing it? Are you gonna show it? Are you gonna show your personality?
The old me would that'd be perfect. I'll be able to hang the old me, the one that cared enough to do all that. That'd been nice. That'd been real good.
I mean, look. You ain't got too long before I'm bored. So.
Hey.
Same.
You
ain't got too long.
Same.
I ain't met a motherfucker get past the second week mark. I ain't met a motherfucker that can get more than 5 conversations about me.
A lot of women don't even bring a lot of personality anyway. They just sit there and look cute, and I got to do all this goddamn talking. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then you'll get one that'll go, give you some conversation. They all give you some conversation, but
Yeah. You gotta find one. You gotta find a cute. You gotta find a cute one with substance.
Goddamn time. We gotta say the right shit. We gotta. It's a lot of pressure to have some character. Luckily for me, I'm a goddamn radio personality, so I got character. It's just inherent.
See, look at what the Lord do. With that being said, y'all, this has been No Chaser. I'm so glad that everybody tuned in. I had so much fun. Honest, we need to work on something.
For sure. We talked about it before.
We talking about doing some,
I like y'all vibe.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we talked about, and I'm gonna put you on the spot. And I'm not editing this out. We talked about doing skits. I know that you had, everything going on with what you had going on and stuff like that. I don't want to hear none of that shit no more.
I'm moving back to the city too, so I'm gonna be we gonna lock in.
Yeah, because I be having a babysitter now and stuff like that too, so I can actually go in.
All the equipment.
Right, and I was finna saying you got all the equipment and you know how to do stuff, and I really want to, I want to get some good content out there, and some stuff that I would like to even possibly be able to pay you to do and help me to do. So don't be weird.
Yes, ma'am.
Please and thank you very much. I am Tia Chanel. You can find me everywhere on social media as Tia Chanel. It's gonna be a picture of me either doing this with my earring because I'll be cute with mine, or I got my lash bossed up. But you always gonna see me with some lashes and a fire-ass haircut, and that's that on that. Key, where can they find you?
You can find me at Timeless Beauty on Facebook or Timeless_Believe if you want to follow me and T's stories for the week.
It's gonna be lit, especially next week.
You can always book an appointment with me and definitely be deposit ready and know exactly what kind of services you want, so I can give them to you. So you can hit me up that way.
Nico, where can they find you?
Find me everywhere. Nico Suave Facebook, Nico Suave Instagram, soon to be Twitter. And hey, if you watching this, you need a haircut, you got a kid that need a haircut, you got a nice beard that you need lined up, faded, whatever. I got you.
You gotta give me a Twitter account.
Saturday.
What you say?
Can I come and get my haircut Saturday?
Yeah, we'll talk about it after this. Of course.
And I need your Twitter information. I still don't know how to unlock mine.
I got you.
Lord. Last but not least,
wait.
special guest.
What you say?
Y'all are rude. Y'all are rude as hell. Last but not least, a very special guest,
Aquafina.
Mr. Mine. Oh my God.
Nico trying to play me, put me on the spot. I would change my name.
Hey,
I was young.
We all make mistakes.
It's like having kids in the room. I just can't even deal with these. Last but absolutely not least, our very special guest, Monix. Where can they find you?
You can find me at your girl house. No, you can find me at Media Monix everywhere. Not at your girl house because there's 5 million extra women in America. So there's a lot of single people. I'm good.
but don't think it might not be your girl.
No, you can't think it might not be your girl.
Strong possibility.
It ain't my fault.
Strong possibility. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm about to rebrand, and I'm finna start putting Tony Monix on everything. So look out for that.
We look forward to it. Thank you all for logging on and all that good stuff. We are coming out live currently.